the headlines were strong, but you're saying really you have to look under the hood here. Yeah. Does this mean that basically what we're seeing so far in terms of stimulus is still not enough to boost activity
I think the stimulus is working because of the strong headline. Actually, it's largely it's driven by the fiscal stimulus. You see the issue of local government special bond is accelerating in August, so that's driving much of the rebound in August total credit. Also, another part is from probably increased loan support, but it's mostly went to the short-term bills on the corporate side. It's not really reflected in the long-term corporate loans. So that means probably the underlying demand on the corporate side is also quite weak, right? So the government trying to boost the lending, but there's not really demand over there. So that's much of the lending goes to the short-term bill, which is easier to boost.
Right? When do you think households respond and start spending? Savings have gone up consistently this year, and the graphic we just showed.
I think we're still in the early stage. The housing relaxation we have seen in the second half of August, right? So it's still in the early stage, and we probably need a bit more patience to evaluate whether the policy is working. And obviously, it's too early to see anything from the August data. So we were looking forward to in September or even October data to see, especially the housing market data will be key. Yeah. The sales will be key to observe whether those policies are working.
What's the typical lag in China? What's your estimate of policy lag?
Actually, we are forecasting that the PBOC is likely to lower interest rates again on Friday, so on MF, and if they does that, then probably we see also further room for lowering the LPR rates next week, right? So we're also forecasting triple R cuts for the rest of the year. So I think there's still more things going on the monetary side, and I think for the housing market, we probably need to assess the data first before the government to decide whether they need to do more to stabilize the market.